Have you ever tried to play a computer game in your life that there is some kind of levels, beginner level, average level, and professional level in terms of gaming? And that's right, turtle investors. In terms of investing, there is some kind of levels as well. Hello, turtle investors. Welcome to the Turtle Tycoon, the only channel that whoever is the loyal follower with the most discipline and the most patient type of character becomes billionaire, 100% guaranteed. Today's topic is about 7 levels of investors. Okay. And the level 0 is known as the non-existent. These are the spending minded only. They are not investing, doesn't know how to save, and they don't have money management. One famous story is Mike Tyson, the boxer. He is also have hundreds millions of dollars in his bank account. However, because he is a non-existent level 0 type of investor, he always spend. He doesn't save, he doesn't invest. That's the reason why his bank account, his financial statement advise him that he has already $38 million in debt. Meaning to say, turtle investor, if you are zero in terms of net worth, meaning to say you are $38 million richer than a Mike Tyson. Try to imagine that. But if you just have a little knowledge about investing, you might be already in level 1, known as the borrower. They don't know. The borrower is keeps on borrow, and they don't know what is compounding. That's the reason why they have already in compounding debts. They don't know what is good debt, and they don't know what is bad debt. And the worst thing is they are already in a very high debt. They're always thinking that the debt will give them more money, but because of little amount of knowledge, they just have a high risk in debts. But if you have a little knowledge in terms of saving, you might be in level 2 turtle investor. Level 2 is the savers. The saver, they only know how to save, and they already know how to spend. They don't know how to invest their money. They save and then they buy a car. They save and then they buy a house. They save and then they buy a big digital TV. They trade their time just for a few amount of pennies. They trade their time just to save $1. Try to imagine that, turtle investor. And if you are investing already, you might be in a basic level of investor. Level 3 is the lazy investor, also known as a lazy passive investor. This investment for investors, they have big risk. They try to invest without investigating. 90% of the time they lose, and 10% of the time they win. They don't know why they are investing, although they are investing. Most of this are the workers who earned their money for decades, for years of their life, and then they're just gonna lose it for a year or less. It's because they just want to invest and invest without investigating. But remember, turtle investor, if you have the knowledge in investing, you have the knowledge in terms of time, you have the knowledge in terms of sacrifice, you might be in level 4, known as the automatic investor. They are the long-term investors, and we are part of this, turtle investors. You are using the turtle strategy. It's not just about the money, but it's also the big factor of the mindset, the automatic investors. But if you have already this trade-off for time, you already have the habit, you have already the character, you have built up your routine in terms of an automatic investors, you might be an upgraded automatic investor. You might be in the level 5, known as the active investor. You already have the principles of investing. You already have the shares. You already have the properties. You already have the businesses. You are already cash flow literate. You already know what is financial statements. And if there is motto in life for you, you already know what's spending and what is investing. You always spend what is left after investing. So this is the level 5. This is where the turtle tycoon is all about. This is where the turtle investor is all about. This is what the 1% of the population. But turtle investor, and since you reach this far, if you think that this content gives value to you, type on the word cash flow. Let's see how many of you understand and learn a lot from this content. And since you reach this far, I'm gonna give you a bonus level 6, the capitalist. This is more than an investor. They already have their goals as investing. They're just gonna have their legacy goals. These are the Buffetts, these are the Gates. Yes, we are 1% in the population, but there is 1% of the 1%, the capitalist. They just want to have a legacy in terms of investing.